That reminds me of the Sukie at the George and Dragon at High Wycombe, not far from the caves which have such a sinister reputation there. And the story that we were asked to film, which we did, concerned the haunted bedroom where Sukie the Barmaid had breathed her last. And the story that had been elaborated by the friends who told us the tradition of the George and Dragon was that round about 1750, 1760, that very, very attractive little barmaid named Sukie had decided that she would optimize the good looks with which she had been blessed and would become preferably the wife, but failing that, the mistress of somebody very, very rich. And so she decided that she would have nothing to do with the village boys, all of whom were pursuing her, and that she would wait until a suitably wealthy nobleman appeared and made her an offer she couldn't refuse. The village boys were very upset about this. You can hear what they were saying. Ideas of perversion, what's the matter with us? You can just imagine the junta that was going around. And they hit upon a cunning plan. The cunning plan was that the most literate of them, who was in a small minority, would compose a letter to Sukie and would say, I am a very wealthy nobleman. You served me with the food and drink last time I was here. I'm totally captivated by your beauty. In fact, I wish to elope with you. Will you go up to the caves, get yourself a nice white dress that we can use for the wedding tomorrow, and we will run away tonight. And of course, poor Sukie fell for it. Up to the caves she went, wearing a lovely long white dress, which was going to be the wedding dress tomorrow, she hoped, only to be met by a great crowd of the village boys, roaring with laughter and saying, what are you doing up here, soon? You want to go meet somebody? And she realised that the whole thing was a very cruel joke. Embarrassed and hurt, she turned and ran back to the pub. She was a live-in member of staff, tripped as she was running down the slope from the cave, probably because of the dress, hit her head on a stone as she fell, was picked up unconscious, obviously far more badly injured than anybody realised, was taken back to the George and Dragon, taken up to her rooms. When the housekeeper came in the morning to see whether she was ready to start work, Sukie was dead. And it's her ghost that is supposed to be seen in the George and Dragon. Now, I was filming in the room from which all the ghost reports had gone. Didn't see her, but cameraman, sound man, and myself all saw something very odd. The chandelier in that room suddenly started to swing 3-4 inches each way. There was no draft. Nobody had hit it with anything. It just suddenly, as if it was Sukie saying, hi guys, I'm here, you can't see me, but I can move the chandelier. The number of witnesses who've reported either seeing or hearing her over the last 100 years or so is very considerable. But as one of my ghost researcher pals never ceases to say, why is it that so many reports of paranormal entities are based on haunted pubs? Are the spirits of both kinds linked? Do they correlate? But I can assure you, I hadn't had any, and I did see the chandelier movement.